Jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells swing and jingle bells ring. Multiple filled videos that suck. And rip-offs of Bob. Oh, wait. Crud, did anybody hear me? Shoot. But yeah, making a countdown for once. Ho ho, hee ho. And what you may be asking? Well, my dear viewers, that would be the worst commentaries of 2017. Now let me be brutally honest in saying that this year, the community has kind of sucked. Now, don't get me wrong, we've had the burst of some of the best commentaries I have personally ever seen, and multiple new friendships. On the other hand, though, we've had dramas get terribly overblown, bandwagons that don't deserve to be, people at each other's throats left and right, and enough spite to end up filling the Three Georges Dam. I'll touch on this later on in the video, but dang, I honestly can't understand why so many members left this year. But you probably haven't come to hear me ramble. You came to hear me list off the videos I consider to be the worst of this year. Okay then, a few rules. 1. One channel per entry, otherwise I'd be having a whole lot of my videos on this list. 2. This is kind of a no-brainer, but I have to have watched the video in order to place it here. And 3. I'll be judging the entries under presentation, points, delivery, and chemistry in the case of collabs. Got it? Yeah, got it. Now without ado, screw it. Let's dive straight into chaos! So a bird and a weeaboo walk into a bar. You get a pretty bad collab. Number 10 on the list is Kurame Toa and Pretty Kitty's commentary on the Corporation of Alternate Nitpickers.
Well, since we got nothing better to do, you want to rip it into pieces?
How bad could this be?
Holy crud, this is probably the most mediocre commentary I've ever seen. The editing might as well be non-existent. With an avatar set with as much variety as the Smogon Player OU team. The delivery is poor as the music overpowers the audio, making them both awfully hard to understand.
Well, since we're done with that little rant, I'd like to add in, a little complaint or two about this skit.
And the delivery, well apparently deadpan on purpose, is deadpan enough to put a narcoleptic person into a coma. So what other flaws does this video have? Well, it is telling the group that their intro skit is poor because the system they set up for the new, imaginary, Pokemon League isn't realistic to the games.
What I mean is that none of you know your shit when it comes to the freaking Pokemon League. Both games and anime just show a single person going to the league by themselves. And the battles in there are all fucking single battles. No doubles, triples, rotations.
When it's an intro skit, and as such you can do whatever you please. There's points where they debunk nothing, such as when they actually defend Halo fans' hypocrisy. Not backing up their own claims of evidence, making some points seem really sketchy, as well as an annoying running gag of hypocrisy not making them wrong, when it actually really doesn't. I think what makes this commentary even more disappointing was that it was on the CanCom. The freaking CanCom. Guys, come on, there was so much material to work with this particular video. And I feel as if this video went for the bare minimum. Kurome, you're better than this. Your video on Sock this year is one of my favorite commentaries this year. And Becca, well, you quit, so I really have nothing to say. So, if I have so many problems with this video, why is it so low? Well, it's simple. There were a few decent points in the video, and the pair do have decent chemistry. That, and like the next entry, at least they were civil about the video. A common theme you'll see through this list are commentaries fueled by spider emotion. Frozen Angel's commentary on Cosmix is a pretty good example of this.
Pedophiles are some of the scummiest people on Earth, in my opinion. The fact that someone would want to do something like that to a child fucking sickens me.
I was really tempted to place this video on Enter on the list, because that was just as ripe with problems. But then I discovered a video screwing up somebody kind of defending pedophilia. How do you frick that up? I consider a problem with my older videos to be that I had no idea what the heck nuance was, refusing to look at situations except for anything in black and white. Now take that, amplify it to 11, and you get this video. How about we list one of the biggest issues that plague this video? The blatant hatred towards the target. Assuming that the target himself is a pedophile.
But for those who simply have the thought of being attracted to kids, I have sympathy for it.
Sympathy. Understanding between two people. Common feeling. Do you know what you're implying here? You're implying that you yourself are a pedophile. This is either shitty wording or you exposing yourself for being a pedophile, and something tells me it's the latter.
When the actual case is, no, Kosterick said nothing about the actions of pedophiles throughout the video. Listening would have clearly shown that he was simply talking about those who feel an attraction to those at a younger age. Oh right, we also have him claiming the drawing art of age-up characters is pornography.
Look at people like Scourge. While he hasn't raped a child yet, he's favorited sexual images of underage characters on DeviantArt. Shit like that is fucked up beyond belief, and don't give me the aged up excuse, because I won't buy that bullshit.
Despite how the whole purpose of drawing characters aged up in the first place is to avoid those claims, making it look like a single-swelled twat brain. Well, shoot, there goes another $1. Oh right, we also have the editing and delivery, which was typical Frozen fluff. Lazy, with once again a lack of avatar pictures, as well as choosing a background that really isn't matched with the characters that he's using at all. There's also his final thoughts, which sum up the "you have sympathy for a certain group of people, thank you, frick you, bye," which, yeah, makes this video incredibly spiteful. Oh, and would you believe me if I told you this wasn't even the worst instance of spite on the list? You know, can I really just say I do not look back on my old commentaries fondly? I came into the community for a rocky start, and stayed mediocre for a long while, before finally deciding to actually improve my content. That being said, holy shoot, I hate this video! This video will be in the Caprio DeLorean, a commentator who I like to think of Kablam Bandicoot number 2. Number 8 on my list is my commentary on the Caprio DeLorean. Holy crud, I dislike this video. We have terrible editing in the form of obnoxious cutoffs. It's your boy Jonah, here with some more commentary material. Well, material that isn't Pokemon related, at least. This video will be in the Caprio DeLorean. Laziness in refusing to even find sound effects for the intro skit, the changing of backgrounds quality, blatant plagiarism for the intro skit, as well as sounding near dead and not on purpose. Then there's the points. Blatantly contradicting myself? Check. Points that don't really debunk anything and sound more like lazy excuses? Check. Trying to use past videos to discredit the target? Oh, and that picture you're showing on the screen right now? Great job reminding everybody of a video that was told to be bad. Freaking check! Alright, that's one of my biggest problems with this video. Holy mother of goat dad, was this video spiteful. DiCaprio, you're an idiot. I told myself I wasn't at the time. What the heck was I thinking? You may not be an Interbot, sure, but wow, you should come across as one in this video. I think this is why I put this video above later ones in my commentating career, such as my triumph with Clown and Ward, or my abysmal video on Lunatic the Game. Because hey, at least in those videos I at least tried to help my targets improve. Here it felt more like as if I was trying to put my target down like a dog. But congratulations, Jonah. Filled with edge work, it makes sense that this video came with a big loss. You know, I really didn't want to put any videos on me on this list because I was afraid that I would come across as terribly biased. That being said, J Fox's first video on me was an exception.
So stop me if you've heard this one. 2 Brony commentators using Pokemon avatars go on YouTube. The punchline is this video.
Number 7 on the list is J Fox's first video on me, Delphox vs. Sneasel. You know, I like commentaries on me. I love to get critique. Heck, most of the commentaries made on me this year have been my favorites. So when I heard Fox was playing a video on me, I was really anticipating it. Oh, why did I do that? I call this, in that regard, the sonic forces of commentaries. Okay, let's go one step at a time here. First up is the editing, which for Foxworld standards may be non-existent, considering the lack of any keyframing or anything unique considering the editing software he uses. There's also the laziness involved in said editing. The best example would be choosing not to audio eject the first Pokemon movie. See, he shows a scene from the first Pokemon movie with no edits involved, which is the only reason why the video was no longer on YouTube. Even though a good YouTuber can tell doing stuff like that will get your video poured. Simply changing the scale or talking over would have prevented that, but nope, I had to go the lazy way out. There's also the dragging out of footage, leaving in stuff that has nothing to do with the video, making it a chore to watch. And then there's his points. Oh boy, the points. Where do I begin? I could point out him taking my jokes seriously when they were clearly jokes, monotone delivery or not. You know, I'm happy we're not a debate team of sorts, because if we were, I'd have the full right to call you a stinking traitor.
What? Was that a joke about the fact that wheezing and coughing stink? Because the way you worded it made it sound like you were talking about HD.
Accusing me of having double standards when I use the anime as a reason to back up my point, despite me never claiming it was a bad thing to use the anime.
So it isn't okay for HD to supposedly reference the anime, but it's okay for you to use a clip from the anime to try and disprove him?
Seemingly forgetting the list is about Pokemon as pets and not partners, and my own personal favorites, cutting me off multiple times to make his point seem valid. Spoilers, Fox, though. That doesn't make you look better. That just makes you look desperate to make points. I actually made a commentary elaborating more on the issues in this video, so you can go check that out in the link in the description. The only reason why this commentary isn't higher is simply because, while the points may be bad, like later entries, I detected no hints of spite with the video, at least there was actually one good point. But oops, probably should elaborate in these videos more in the comments section. Right? You know, I was really tempted to put Frozen Ages video on Meta at this spot on the list. And I remembered there was an even worse commentary on Meta this year. Ladies and gentlemen, Flame of Unity's commentary on Meta.
Oh look, a new countdown. Let's watch it and see if it's any good. 12.5 minutes later. I can't believe I'm saying this, but Meta, time to go another round with the Flame of Unity.
First off, oh my gosh, the production of this video was really abysmal. I was going to say it's comparable to early Cerberus videos, but no, that's too much of a compliment towards Flames here, because at least I could easily say Cerberus production could be amusingly bad. This video is just pitiful, to put it lightly. We have terrible audio issues where the background music drowns out his voice.
Let's see, a side scroller in a series that focuses on 3D exploration? Check. Side scrolling platform elements? Check. A story that is a river with the first two games and also Pikmin 3 to an extent with the whole media crashing into the player character's ship.
An intro because it commits worst ear-ripping comment Jack could ever imagine. The stammers and stuttering are still present from his videos criticized nearly a year ago by Silver and Company, and presentation delivery-wise I could go on all day. I'm just gonna leave it at learn what a retake is. And his points? Well, they belong in a trash compactor. We have him telling Meta that taking screenshots are bad without any elaboration on why that's the case, getting off topic badly by talking about Meta's title when it clearly would have been better to do so near the beginning of a commentary as it killed any pacing, telling Meta to explain his points in more detail when the topic of the video is anticipated games, which really doesn't need an explanation, the time and place for the explain argument, and he uses it wrong throughout the whole video. Oh, one of my favorite things in the commentary, getting on Meta for the littlest details, such as making it seem like there's a rule for countdown.
It's stupid on my part that it took me nearly half the video to notice this, but where's the descriptive text for it? Where's the descriptive text for your entries up to this point? Where are they? Showing the colors of the game just, while effective and more original in my opinion, doesn't make up for descriptive text showing which game is in which position. The games can be in any position for all I know. You can be talking about your least favorite game as your number one contender, for example.
All in all I see is the same Flame from Silver's Triumph, and I would want to say he improved afterwards. His video on Some Call Me Johnny was just as bad. Soon afterward, he deleted all of his commentaries. Given your name, I'd say it went down in a blaze of glory, but, next. Number 5. This is where we go from the bad commentaries to the commentaries that frankly wanted me to see how resistant I am to Bleach. And what do we know? Number 5 is Blast Zone Boys. Well, Umber, keep changing your name, man. Commentary on Annabeth's Ride and Manga Common.
Oh yeah, we can't have a multi-degree commentary without those. Well, minus music if you want to, but it will get people more into your commentaries.
Okay, frick, where do I begin? Did I realize? Okay, Blasty is fine to be honest, but the character creates in this commentary, Mew, is so high-pitched and I'm pretty sure a dog is going crazy a few miles away from here.
So, Blossom, I think we're missing some more things right here.
Stop it. Get some help.
The humor is painful with jokes that don't even work due to shoddy editing such as this.
Wait, what's that in your hand? A slither. Has to be that. I need to throw at Cayman. And maybe Brooke. I don't know. Who should I throw it at? Why not both? Okay. Hooray for painfulness!
Seriously, was it that hard to find images of their avatars in pain? Having music that blends in over the original video, making the whole video seem lazily put together. Even plot points that don't even make any sense. Case in point, at a point in the list, Blasty character Mew gets into a Toyota, and later in Lightning McQueen crashes into the car from the inside. Because lol, funny meme. The points aren't much better in the video. And the commentary making excuses for discount.
Maybe Discount forgot to put the video in the description. I am guilty of this.
And missing points just completely. Key example, Annabeth from manga get on discount for his partner leaving in his commentary for literally no reason at all, making him question why he was even there. Blasty takes it as him saying that doing that just can't happen in a commentary. Like, ever. You know what the worst problem with this video is, though? The tone. Throughout this video, Blasty comes off as incredibly condescending, making it seem as if he knows exactly what to do and talks down to his target as if they're children. While it may not be the case, the video comes off heavily as damage control for a friend, with what his last statement near the end was.
I don't give two single poos about the reasoning of why Mystic chose Roserade as a beautiful Pokemon. Personally, I find it a little bit pointless, to be honest. I agree with Discount. Fight me.
That alone is what puts this higher than the other entries. It manages to be spiteful and condescending at the same time, and you mix those two ingredients together, you'll get a recipe for a video that got on this list. Next. How? Like, seriously, how did this video manage to not get under anybody's radar? Okay, as in me, there have been a lot of bad commentaries involving Endo lately. Frozen's was a contender. While I don't stand by my DiCaprio video anymore, her video so sucked. While DiCaprio's video sucked, I can at least say it was better than Blaze the movie fans.
I don't hate the mysterious Mr. Hunter. I used to, but I don't anymore. However, I still think that his videos are for the most part terrible.
Oh, God. Okay, where do I begin? Okay, there's a presentation for one, typical Blaze stuff. Stuttering, awkward gestures, or I can at least see you getting better with that, and an accent that could do with some subtitles. And presentation one, that's where my complaints end. Because his points are torture. Never before have I seen anybody blatantly miss points this freaking much. Okay, some arguments come to mind, such as when he gets on Enter for apparently talking about Teen Titans Go too much. Freaking no. The time he talked about it didn't go past the halfway point. He uses the don't like, don't watch argument, which doesn't negate the issue Enter has with the network as a whole. This is still a problem that he himself personally has. Enter Jack tends to do nothing but store his own personal opinion on the Enter, being incredibly condescending while doing so.
Back in the day, Cartoon Network used to have, every Thanksgiving they would marathon The Iron Giant, all day, 24 hours. And I always hated Cartoon Network on Thanksgiving because of this. I love The Iron Giant, but in one day I would want to see that movie maybe once, maybe twice, like 12 hours apart. But I would not want to watch that for 3, 4, the 12 times that they aired it in a row.
Okay, why the hell would you watch television for over 5 hours straight anyway? When you watch television for over 5 hours straight, that should be a sign that you watch it far too fucking much.
Oh, and this is an actual first for me. Downright dismissing Enter's points. Like, yeah, missing points is bad enough. When you flat out dismiss them, then frick, you better know you're doing something wrong here. Oh, and lastly, associating Enter with a group. We don't even know if he's a part of that, that being the believers that TCG is ruining Cartoon Network. I wouldn't have an issue if Enter didn't talk about multiple other factors in this video. You might say you don't hate the mysterious Mr. Enterblade, but this video makes it extremely hard to believe that. I genuinely feel bad for putting you on this list. I saw the apology in me. I know you want to improve. But man, this just really looks sour on your resume. You know, I really have nothing clever to say before this. Number 3 is Dick Sponge Entertainment's video on Annabeth riding her boyfriend.
Even if there's a logical reasoning for Diva having this sort of suit, it can be still argued that it's sexualized, especially considering the clip that Scott actually showed.
You know, I want to like Dick Sponge's content, I really do. He may be a jerk the majority of the time, but he always gets at least one chuckle out of me in his videos. On the other hand, you have this video, which was nothing more than a massive disappointment. Editing-wise, I have minor issues such as the overuse of text instead of actual commentary, making it seem like the whole video could have been text instead. The use of a song with lyrics, it makes him hard to understand the points. And there's that weird outro thing he has which lasts far too long, and comes across as nothing more than padding. But his points were also just garbage. Just him blatantly making Spy, Annabeth's boyfriend, out to be a misogynist when all he was doing was pointing out how Scott Falco's comments in the video they covered did sound kinda sexist and making Diva out to be nothing more than some sex appeal for horny guys. He makes poor comparisons such as an Evangelion mech to a mech suit that's honestly pretty big considering Diva herself can jump into it. But holy crud, I think what puts this entry so high is the anger into this video. Now, I get it, you can be a jerk and your commentary can still manage to work. But telling Scott to just flat out quit commentaries for a bit when all he did was make some points you disagreed with? Bloody hell, that's bloody stupid. There's multiple issues with this commentary, but I think a logical Reaper pointed them all out in his commentary. So I'll link that in the description below too. But just one final thing. There's a persona of a jerk, and there's actually being a jerk. And quite frankly, this was near impossible to tell. You know, Dick Sponge Entertainment's video was spiteful, but not to the level of this entry. Yet another video that I've covered, here we have the final shot.
So, you told me that one of my first few intros was bad. And it was. I mean, I could have done a lot better. And if you have to point at that, I wouldn't have a problem with it. But then, you go on to show your friend who's been using Sony Vegas for God knows how fucking long, and then expect me to be on the same level. Are you mentally retarded, you idiot?
Started from a video on Pikachu that was cut by Doodle, then the target responded back, creating a long chain of videos that eventually led to Dark's video on Keyblade Master. And wow, this was close to being number 1. But the other one was just so bad, this one had to settle as number 2. I'll give Dark credit that he clearly has improved after this whole entire Dark Void of sorts. But wow, this video was an absolute train wreck. From the editing, with an intro card which you wouldn't expect from somebody with access to Sony Vegas, to the audio balancing issues, such as when he tries too hard to sound angry and ends up cutting off and breaking his own mic.
The fact that nobody else is offended by Sonic is the mother point, you actual idiot.
His points are also terrible, ignoring most of what Keyblade says or just coming across as incredibly dense. Such as when Keyblade Master pulls up an article about cyberbullying, with the words right in front of the screen, and Dark responds with saying that it's not about cyberbullying. However, if you haven't guessed already, my biggest issue with this video would be just how unpleasant it is to watch. Dark gets far too angry in this video, so much that the majority of this video is simply him shouting at Keyblade. It's the equivalent of the YouTube dude's commentary on Comment Jack, though I can at least give YouTube dude that at least he wasn't full of thought. I think that's what I would use to sum up this commentary. Thought. So fueled by emotion that leaks into the video, thereby ruining any chance of this video being good. Most of the points seem to be nothing more than damage control and excuses. Each one with an insult thrown Keyblade's way to hit like a baseball player. It can't even be enjoyed ironically at how bad it is. If anything, it feels more sad than anything else. I think this may be the only video on the list where I can actually say none of the points were good. So, what does that mean for the worst? Before we get to number 1 though, time for a few honorable mentions. Some funny memes quickie on Kurome. Rush the commentary. That is all. Jay Foxwell's second video on me. Definitely better than the first one, but multiple points that actually ended up missing mine, and actual points that ended up helping my arguments. Not to mention saying that since I'm a hypocrite, that apparently makes one of my points wrong. Mr. Power Armor's commentary on Solahawk. Okay, take all of the anger that the Dark commentator had in his video on Keyblade, and put it in a Pokemon video. My commentary with Supersonic Warden Clown Dude. Oh, how many strawmans. How many annoying plot points? How many everything about this video sucks but wasn't enough to get on the list? You know, I consider my DiCaprio video to be my worst commentary. I can't find anything good at it. I was too heavily emotionally invested. The editing wasn't good. I just didn't like it in general. However, I wouldn't say it was my biggest mistake. No, I'd say my biggest mistake is helping with the creation of the last entry of the list. The Corporation of Alternate Nitpickers commentary on Halo Fan.
Last time I checked, Awesome Fan was an easy target. Hell, I won't even have to try this time.
How? How the heck did I think this was a good idea to let pass? Why the heck didn't I get more people to check this? Holy crud, I hate everything about this video. There's multiple editing issues such as leaving in Dark Crimson Knight stuttering, which honestly comes across as the biggest kick to the head, and it's the point we get on Halo Fan for.
And also, can you please start cutting out your stuttering already?
There's the intro skit, which just has so many inconsistencies that might as well be used for an episode of Cinema Sins. Simple points of miss that could have been addressed but weren't. Plagiarism everywhere, considering I was too original at the time to come up with my own jokes. Oh, and the entry fee is $7.
Isn't that like all your money?
Shut up, shut up, shut up! But it was an okay amount of chemistry. The amount of time certain commentators spoke was terribly imbalanced, leading the Supersonic War seeming dead for the majority of the commentary. Some points of criticism were downright idiotic, such as telling Halo Fan to leave his issues with the video in the comments, a mentality I now hate with every fiber of my being. The wording was poor, making points that were mediocre or good, then incredibly off. I think my largest issues can be summed up with my final thoughts in the commentary. Guess who's back? Back again. Jonah's back. Back again to teach a scrub a lesson.
Shit, now look what you've done, guys.
Hello again, Awesomeness. It's great to see you've learned nothing at all from the last time I commentated on you. You didn't have the same problems as before. Nitpicking, being a complete hypocrite such as your idiotic complaints at the end about ripping off Doodle, and your editing is still complete and utter garbage. I've seen in a recent video that you said you want to improve yourself by checking over scripts. Well, newsflash, you should have been doing that to begin with. You've been at this for what? 2 years? You should have known what to do, and it's getting to the point where even your serious videos feel like trolling. Stop rushing out videos and pulling points out of your butt, and then just maybe, you'll crawl out of this pit of mediocrity you've been stuck in for 2 years, or just stay there as a laughing stock. Yep, spite. Honest to goodness, going into it, I had no intention of being this spiteful, but it's there alright. Comes up with trying to take Halo Fan down, simply because, well, he's Halo Fan, and as such, anything he does is wrong. How this was a good idea was beyond me, because with my idiotic idea, we have ourselves the worst commentary of 2017. I could go on all day about how bad this video is. But, am I biased? Maybe. I think this sums up my problems with commentary this year very well. On that note, a message toward the community. What happened? When I first discovered the CC in January, it was a whole lot of fun. I got to meet around with others, we all had fun. Commentary still had an issue of being spiteful, but not to this overwhelming amount. I think I found the problem that's actually killing the CC right now. The fun has been lost. Everyone is at each other's throats. Everything is being overblown. The drama of Can, overblown. The drama of Smartass Burb, overblown. The Art CC, overblown. It's a battle of jokes, and nobody really comes out winning. I want people to join the CC. I'd like the community to flourish. But as it is right now, it's pretty toxic, and I wouldn't be surprised if others are scared away because they're afraid they'll become a massive bandwagon or anything private they say is leaked. Now, I would like to make something clear here. No, I am not saying the community just does away with drama entirely. After all, the community kind of thrives around drama to begin with. All I'm saying is that we stop taking everything so seriously. The Art CC became as big as an issue as it did because they simply weren't ignored. It's best to choose your battles carefully. Take that from someone who hasn't. Multiple times. We are in a never-ending cycle of pointless drama that needs to come to a close. But, those are just my thoughts. Take from that what you will. Anyway, this has been Jonah Smith, and reflect, for I do love this community and the people I've met in it, and I want to see it improve for the better. This is the Chaos King saying, remember, there's no fun in making sense.